The front of the raft tried to go around the rock on one side, and the back tried to go around on the other. So they were stuck, hung up on the rock. This all happened in like a second. Like I said, we were too close for me to steer us around it. We sort of slid in sideways, right up against the raft. It wasn't even a hard hit, so I thought for a second we were fine. Then I felt the water suck us under. Next thing I knew, I was beneath the paddle raft. "In the water?" Haley asked. "Yeah, in the water. Under the water." I remember thinking that they had told us to walk out from under the raft with your hands, if you were ever in that position. I was pretty calm about it, really, at that point. I felt the bottom of the raft with my fingers, and started kind of pulling myself toward the edge. That's when the current caught me. I felt myself get sucked down into the river. Felt the rock go by on my right. I went down and down and down. It was like I was under the ocean. I looked up to the light, and it seemed like it was 50 feet above me because it took me forever to swim to the surface. But really, it might have been 15 or 20 feet. That's when it came into my head that this might be it. This might really, really be the way I'd die. Haley and Sam stared at her. Rachel was breathing hard, like she was reliving the incident. When she began again, it was breathing she talked about. My lungs were on fire. I had swallowed water, and I wanted so bad to cough, but I was still underwater. Finally, my head popped above the surface. I was able to take a couple of breaths and cough before I was swept into the next rapid. Later, they told me they were about to cut the bottom out of the raft we'd hit because they thought I was trapped under there. The guide had her knife out and everything, when someone shouted that they could see my helmet in the water downstream. "What about Katie?" Sam asked. They'd seen her pop up right away, then float away. The current pulled us both through another set of wild rapids. I was under the water more than I was on top. I kept bashing into rocks, so you won't see me wearing shorts for a while. My legs are a purple mess. But at least I was able to get a breath every few seconds. Finally, one of the guides pulled the lead raft into an eddy ahead of me, so they could fish me out as I floated by. I'll never forget that. I was so exhausted and out of breath. I felt like someone had shoved a fire hose up my nose. I saw someone reaching for me from the raft. I wanted to grab, but I couldn't quite reach it. This guy, I don't even know who it was, stretched out farther, and I stretched out farther. Finally, just the tips of our fingers touched. It was like that Michelangelo painting, you know, where God has his finger out to Adam. I mean, we were touching fingertips, and somehow, I guess it was the adrenaline or something, I lunged for it. Then he could hook one of his fingers around one of mine, and that was enough. He pulled and grabbed my hand. When I got near the raft, someone grabbed the straps of my life preserver, and they pulled me in. "Wow," said Sam. "Yeah, wow. It was like the best moment of my life. I just sprawled across the raft on everybody's legs. There was something in the bottom of the raft, and it was sticking me in the ribs and really hurt, but I didn't care. I could breathe." "Oh, Big, no wonder you're upset," Sam said. "Yeah, but no.